Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask a Paranormal Investigator. My name is Matthew Baxter. I'm your host, and let's get started on another interesting case this week. Now, what I have here is a very interesting case of a picture of some girls at some kind of party, I guess. Now, the text reads, "The picture was taken on a mobile phone, and the little girl you see crying refused to go into the group as she said the little boy was scaring her." Thinking very little of her tantrum, the little girl's mom, who took the picture, later discovered what the little girl was crying for. Look closely at about knee-high between the second and third girl in from the left. That, I suspect, is the reason the little girl was crying. See it? Now, before we go into seeing it, often with these kind of pictures, when there's text involved that gives you this little bit of background and things like that, it's nowhere near the truth. So we want to start off assuming that we actually don't know why this little girl is crying. We don't know why. Okay? She's just crying. Maybe it's because she wanted to be in the picture and they didn't want her to be in the picture. The quality of the picture is pretty terrible. So that's the first problem that we have here, is we don't have much to go on. We have one picture and that's it. So let's take a look at this picture. Now, anytime we're dealing with pictures, almost always I will have to bring up something called pareidolia. You've heard me talk about it before. It's the mind's tendency to create order out of chaos. And when you have a poor quality picture, you're going to have a lot of chaos. So let's take a look here and see if I can demonstrate this for you. Okay, so we're wanting to get down here in this area. So do you see anything yet? Because I do. Right there. Look at that. Do you see that face? Here, let me back out here. Let me point there. See, there's a face right there. But then I also see a face here, and I can go ahead and draw it in so you can see it a little better. I see another face here, and I can kind of draw that in here a little bit so you can see it. I mean, this is just absolutely horrible. If I go over a little bit, I can see another face right there. You see it? Oh my God, this is terrible. This place is so haunted. Now, this one's pretty scary to me because it kind of looks like Satan. So this picture is full of problems, when you come down to the artifacting. It's not what we're supposed to be looking at, though. What we're supposed to be looking at is that very clear face that's right in between. That's what we're supposed to be looking at. Let me see if I can just do a quick little circle around the actual face that we want to be looking at. Okay. So at the moment, that's a very convincing face. But again, there could be more than one thing going on here. You remember the last time I brought up this picture. Now, this is a picture of iced tea. And as you can see, it looks like there's a face in there. Okay, same example as last time. So here we are with this picture here, and if I get to the right one, with this picture here, and we have a very convincing face, but as we've seen before, faces can be very convincing and not be faces. So the other thing that could be going on here, photo editing. They could have helped this image along in various ways. So it doesn't even really look like a little boy to me. It looks like a little girl. But what do I know? It's such a poor image that we just don't know. Now, this really brings up the crux of these things that are supposed to be evidence of the paranormal. Now, if you were to take this into a court of law and say, this picture proves that this little boy was trapped in this house, anybody would look at this and go, well, no, it doesn't. This alone is not proof. This by itself is not proof of anything. It is data that, if it is backed up by a bunch of other pieces of data, could become proof or become at least something that supports other proof, other evidence. But as it is nothing. It does not prove anything. It's not convincing in any way. There's no other pieces of supporting evidence. So that's really the big problem that we have with the paranormal these days. It's really unfortunate because everybody is coming forth with the best evidence, and it's all standalone. There's nothing supporting anything else. You can watch any cop show or any courtroom show. And what is it? The cops are always saying, oh man, we've got nothing if we don't have the murder weapon, the smoking gun. Well, none of these pieces of data are smoking guns, not a single one of them. And a bunch of them put together still does not make a smoking gun. You have to have the smoking gun. And that's if you can get the ghost in your hands and bring that ghost to the public. That's about it. Or Bigfoot, or pixies, or fairies, or whatever. Anyway, let's take a look at a piece of a documentary that I was in by National Geographic called "The Secret History of UFOs." Now they call me a hypnotist in this clip that you're going to see. I'm not a hypnotist. I am a certified licensed hypnotherapist. Hypnotist is just a title you can give yourself. It's not something you have to actually sit for and take a test for. So hypnotherapist is a lot different, and I can tell you from my experience that hypnosis does not bring out hidden memories. It doesn't increase anyone's memory. The only time that hypnosis is allowed in a court of law is if it is something called forensic hypnotherapy. And that's a different ball of wax. Something that I have studied myself, but I can tell you it's a different ball of wax, and simple hypnosis is not it. Now, the other person in this clip, his name is David M. Jacobs, PhD. So he's got letters behind his name that mean more than mine do. The problem is he does hypnosis on all of these alien abductees. Now, the real problem with that is that his PhD is in history. Yep. So, I'm going to play you this clip so you can see just what the heck's going on.
For those who have studied the effects of hypnotism, especially memories retrieved during hypnosis or hypnotic regression, abduction memories are highly suspect. Paranormal investigator Matthew Baxter is also a hypnotist.
You learn very quickly that when you regress somebody, they just tell what's in their imagination. They make up stories. They're very real to them, but they make up stories.
I really needed to drop the chalupa. Boy, you can tell. Anyway, sorry.
Studies have repeatedly shown that hypnosis does not improve memory, but it can create false memories and solidify a person's belief in those memories. For skeptics, it's no coincidence that UFO abduction stories began showing up in the therapy-crazed 80s, along with other hypnosis-related phenomena like satanic ritual abuse and multiple personality disorder, all based on hypnotically retrieved memories.
The problem here is the evidence for all this. It's hard to think of weaker evidence.
This is David M. Jacobs, by the way, PhD. As you can see, he's saying right off the bat, it's hard to come up with weaker evidence than hypnosis, hypnotic regression, as it's called in this case. We'll continue.
It is human memory. It is recalled through hypnosis with all its attendant problems. It is administered by amateurs like me. And then comes this anecdotal information. It's the bottom of the pile of evidence, but it is evidence.
No, it is not. It is not evidence. Again, like I was saying, unless you've got a bunch of other pieces of data to support it, it is nothing but data itself. And the thing is that it comes from such a flawed methodology in the first place. It's not even valid data. So that again is the problem with most paranormal investigation, with most evidence of the paranormal, is it's anecdotal. It's usually gathered from very bad means, very amateurish and very ignorant ways of getting data. And then they stand and say, I know what I saw, I know what I heard, like that somehow makes a difference. And it doesn't. It doesn't. Bad evidence is bad evidence, is no evidence. So we have to stop this whole direction of things. And hopefully one day we will. And I doubt it because this has been going on for as long as humankind has been around. So we'll see. But anyway, I really hope that you guys will continue to send me things to analyze and to take a look at and tell you what I think. I really enjoy doing it. And check back with me next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you want to hit the bell button to get the notifications, great. That's fantastic as well. Everything that you can do in that sense helps this channel grow and keeps us on the air in a sense. So please continue to do so. And I hope everybody has a fantastic, whatever, day, evening, morning. Just enjoy it.